You're watching WKYT News at noon.
Welcome back to WKYT News at 12:30. I'm Barbara Bailey.
I'm Bill Bryant. Investigators spent all night long searching for clues in a deadly explosion that rocked a home in Adair County. State police say one person is confirmed dead and 3 others are still missing.
The house is on M. Coomer Road off Highway 206, about 5 miles outside of Columbia. WKYT's Phil Pendleton is tracking the situation, and he has just spoken with state police in Adair County. He joins us now from Columbia. It's our top story at 12:30.
Kentucky State Police here at the Columbia Post say they still cannot say a whole lot about what happened at the home on M. Coomer Road. They say that the house exploded about 2:30 Central Time, but trying to figure out why that happened and exactly who the victims are, who it involved, that remains under investigation at this time. Now, police say they know the home exploded and one person was found outside that home and was declared dead. We are told 3 others are missing. Now, relatives of several of those people are outside the police yellow caution tape. They say they are fearing the worst, but they say, like us, they have not been given any definitive word of what happened or who it involved. Police say they have a lot of unanswered questions as well.
We do have some eyewitness testimony as well, who said that they saw or heard or felt something, which even helps us to further explain the fact that there was an explosion. Obviously the fire after, which the firefighters fought until late last night.
And again, police say they're not speculating about anything at this point, and they say they are not going to release the names of those involved at this time. But we're going to be here all day, and we hope to have a lot more for you later this afternoon. But for now, in Adair County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Phil, thank you. And state police, the medical examiner, ATF, the coroner, and local fire department still on the scene of that accident there. In the first state budget address, Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin is calling for $650 million in cuts across the board.
We cannot borrow our way out of debt, nor will we try. Nor will we try.
The Republican governor said his top priority is to provide more money for the state's struggling pension system. He's setting aside more than $1 billion in new money to the pension system for state workers and teachers over the next 2 years. Bevin's budget also means possible layoffs of state employees. He's asked his cabinet secretaries to decide how to cut their agencies by 9% in 2017 and 2018.
But I'll tell you right now, I will not sign any bill, I will not sign any budget that encumbers future generations with debt that we refuse to take responsibility for today. We will not do it.
Now, Governor Bevin says he is immediately cutting $117 million from the current budget. Reductions, he says, do not require legislative approval.
But there is a long list of items that would not be cut from Bevin's proposed budget, including Veterans Affairs, financial aid, Medicaid, and public safety. His budget also spares K-12 schools from funding cuts, although universities are looking at a 9% cut over 2 years. Bevin also proposed $60 million for the overhaul of Lexington's Convention Center. It had asked for $75 million in state money. And despite rumors, the budget will not eliminate the Kentucky Arts Council. The budget proposal now heads on to the Democratic-led House before being passed on to the Republican-controlled Senate, although they'll all be looking at it in the weeks ahead. Snow disappearing, but the cold temperatures are still here, at least today, along with a shortage of warm clothing in some areas.
But people in Corbin are getting some help. WKYT's Mark Barber is here to tell us how. Mark?
While the state counts the number of people who are living in Kentucky without homes about this time every year, those who are taking that count here at this truck stop off of I-75 in Laurel County aren't just stopping there. They're also handing out something warm to wear and something warm to drink to those in need. With blankets, hats, and gloves, a community action group has set up shop outside the Pilot gas station in Corbin to help the homeless. They're here for something called K-Count, which means they're counting the number of homeless people in the area. but they're also hoping to do a bit more.
Instead of just doing a normal count, we want to be able to do some outreach as well and provide individuals with something warm to drink, a blanket to cover up with.
Last year, they counted about 24 homeless people in the area. They say it's important to keep track because the federal government sends money to help them offer shelter and resources based on the number of people in need. Beverly Isom says they aren't just offering help to the homeless here.
We're going to be out traveling, doing some outreach, trying to find the homeless people. People in the ER lobbies coming in because they're cold. Hotels actually have people who walk in and just kind of hang out in their lobby.
Volunteers are taking down as much information as they can about every person they meet because they hope to continue offering them help throughout the year. In Laurel County, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Thank you, Mark. And the Community Action Group will be set up outside the truck stop off exit 29 through 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Well, Michigan's governor met with the mayor of Flint today to discuss a new approach to the city's toxic water disaster.
An ongoing issue, certainly, and yesterday the NAACP unveiled a 15-point plan to handle lead in the water and to help affected citizens. Adriana Diaz has the latest from there.
Michigan Governor Rick Snyder joined Flint's mayor today, updating residents about the water crisis.
More is getting done. We're going to keep doing more, and we're going to keep committed to the people of Flint.
I have told the Governor Snyder that Flint residents should not have to pay for water they did not and are not using.
We got to talk about accountability.
Cornell Brooks, the head of the NAACP, called for a long-term solution in Flint Tuesday night.
When you have disproportionate number of black, brown, and poor children subject to elevated lead, that's a problem that grows up, that goes to junior high school and high school.
Part of the 15-point priority plan extends beyond repairing the city's water system. It suggests hiring Flint's youth to distribute water bottles for minimum wage instead of the National Guard. The state is reportedly cutting back door-to-door distributions, though officials are still urging people to use bottled water and filters.
You need to hold my hand?
At Flint's Eisenhower Elementary School Tuesday, parents and their young kids lined up to be tested for lead.
I'm really concerned. Today it's kind of like a wake-up call just being here, seeing how this all is.
The governor has requested additional federal aid to make sure that everyone in Flint under the age of 21 has long-term health care to deal with the potential effects of lead. Adriana Diaz, CBS News, Flint, Michigan.
And the state has appointed a task force to investigate whether any of Michigan laws were violated in a process that created a major public health crisis, a real ongoing issue up there. Yeah. Well, coming up on WKYT, progress in research on the Zika virus.
And some good news for folks who need a caffeine jolt in the morning.
The cloudy skies, chilly conditions the rest of the day. We go up tomorrow, we go down on Friday, we go up toward the weekend. It's a roller coaster ride over the forecast, and I'll talk all about that coming up next.
Set a date with The Talk 5 days a week.
Here we go.
From Major Mondays.
I'm pregnant.
To Fearless Fridays. Make an appointment.
I'm just going to the ladies' room. This is live television.
To share your weekdays with The Talk.
Does anyone have the flu?
On CBS.
When the unexpected happens, it can be devastating, but we're here to help. I'm attorney Daryl Isaacs, the Hammer. If you've been injured in a car wreck, call Isaacs and Isaacs.
Calling the Hammer is a way to go, down 255-3000.
Whether you're buying or servicing your car, for great customer service, come to Frankfort Toyota. Google rated 4.9 out of 5 stars. New 2016 Camrys, $179 a month or 0% for 60 months. And $500 bonus cash. 2016 Corollas, $159 a month, and RAV4s, $219 a month or 0% financing.
Price, selection, and service, it's all here.
Frankfort Toyota and online at frankforttoyota.com.
What's the affordable difference? It's their very affordable fees.
They care about me.
Dentures in just one day.
Their experienced denture team.
Call 1-800-DENTURE or go to affordabledentures.com for valuable coupons.
Same-day dentures, extractions, and implants. Affordable fees, compassionate care, and satisfied patients.
What's the affordable difference? A great smile.
Grab my lipstick. Hey, what are you doing?
Getting the coats.
For a half hour?
Bob just got Time Warner Cable. He's getting more.
More what?
More than 25,000 movies and shows on demand, most for free. Look, he's DVRing like 6 shows at once.
Let's go.
Oh, this grass is so much greener than on our TV.
Why are your shoes off?
Because I'm on their bed. I don't want to be rude.
Discover how much more is included.
Are those meatballs still circulating?
Get TV, internet, and phone for $89.99 per month, only from Time Warner Cable.
Hurt in a car wreck and you feel like you're hitting a wall with the insurance company? I'm attorney Daryl Isaacs, the Hammer. Call Isaacs & Isaacs right now and let's break down the wall.
Calling the Hammer is a way to go down 2553000.
Think you might be pregnant? No judgment, no pressure, just help. AssuranceCare.org.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
We're looking across the way and holding on to temperatures right around freezing. Now, we get into the rest of the afternoon, it's not changing that much. What you see outside right now is basically what you're going to get. I will tell you this, you can see some peaks of sunshine, but for the most part, most of the cloudy skies will prevail. It's 29 now in Florence, and the rest of the locations holding on to temperatures right around 32 degrees. And that's what we'll call for the afternoon, a high of anywhere from 32 to about 35. We get off into the evening. Any plans going on later on this evening? The kids have some basketball games going on. You'll have no problems getting out there. The coats will be needed as you're getting out to the car, driving there, getting out and going off into the building. But nonetheless, nothing really to worry about falling out of the sky. For tomorrow morning, we're waking up in the 20s. This is one of those times it's going to be a really chilly start, but it rises very rapidly. You'll need a big coat during the morning hours, but afternoon, not so much. Here's what we're looking at back toward the west. Huge dome of higher pressure. Look at the winds, which direction they're coming out of. Coming into the state of Kentucky, that's because that front moved on through. And we're going to be seeing that take place the next couple of days. Let me tell you, it actually looks pretty good for tomorrow. We start off in the 20s, we get into the afternoon, lower 40s. Really good feel toward the afternoon. There you go, 4 p.m. and we're there anywhere from 40 degrees to about maybe even 45 down south. So a great day tomorrow, but watch as we go off into the night. Look what comes and just drives its way down in here. Here's 11 p.m. near midnight, and you're talking about a weak front sliding on in, and that'll give us the opportunity to see a wintry mix. Not a big issue out of this. However, there will be a weak system giving us at least some wintry mix and also turning into flakes there Friday morning. Don't expect any issues. Don't expect any kids to be out of school. It's nothing like that. Just a weak system. Moving on through the Commonwealth. We head toward Friday afternoon, and there you see those temperatures holding on to the 30s. So it's up and down, right? Then watch this there for the weekend. We're talking temperatures in the 50s for the weekend and even 60s in your forecast next week. So 33 today, 40s tomorrow, 30s back on Friday, 50s there Saturday and Sunday. I mean, it just goes back and forth, back and forth. And that's the way this forecast is going to be the next several days.
Don't know what to keep out to wear, right?
Keep it all, man.
That's right.
Keep it all.
Yeah. It's a day-to-day thing. There you go.
All right, Micah, thanks.
Well, some new recommendations for mental health screenings and how the government is trying to keep a dangerous virus from spreading.
Jamie Yukas has details in this Better Living report.
The CDC has new guidelines to help doctors identify babies who may have the Zika virus. The mosquito-transmitted infection can lead to babies born with small heads. Now health providers are being told to ask mothers where they lived and traveled while pregnant. The disease is most common in Central and South America. For the first time, a national task force is calling for depression screenings for women during and after pregnancy. Experts found depression is more common than previously thought in new moms. And the largest study to date shows caffeine every day does not lead to extra heartbeats. California researchers say there's more evidence that common caffeinated products, including chocolate, coffee, and tea, may have cardiovascular benefits. That's a look at some of the day's top health stories. Jamie Yukas, CBS News, New York.
And stay with us. You'll love what you see at the EKU Center for the Arts.
They have a lot of things hitting the stage, and we'll have a preview of the Glenn Campbell tribute coming up next on WKYT.
Mesothelioma. It's a disease caused from exposure to asbestos. If you know someone diagnosed, you should visit forthepeople.com. There you'll find the most up-to-date medical treatment options available and free mesothelioma question and answer book. We can help guide you and your family through these difficult times and even provide assistance to veterans in filing for their VA claims. Call us at 1-800-MORGAN-LAW or visit forthepeople.com. We can help.
Just in time for your long winter's nap, 0% financing for 6 years and free TVs this week at Sleep Outfitters. Saving store-wide with Sealy mattresses as low as $99 each piece. This Sealy gel foam pillow top just $4.99 with a free TV. A Tempur-Pedic adjustable queen set just $34 a month. 0% financing for 6 years, free TVs, store-wide savings, and free same-day delivery. Happening now at Sleep Outfitters.
Tooth decay is the #1 cause for school absences, resulting in 51 million classroom hours missed each year. Commonwealth Smiles proudly received the Mom Approved Award from our patients, recognizing our care for children. Schedule your appointment today with Commonwealth Smiles.
Are you ready for some great deals? The 2016 kickoff event is on at Adams Buick GMC Truck in Richmond. We have over 30 new Buick Encores available starting at just $20,995 or $279 a month. Get a new Buick Verano, $19,995. A new Buick Regal Turbo, $25,460. Or save $7,500 on a new Buick Enclave. Plus, get the Adams Advantage, a limited lifetime powertrain warranty. The 2016 kickoff event is on at Adams Buick GMC Truck in Richmond, where
Sid says sell them.
One of the biggest challenges as a small business owner is it costs money to grow your business.
Gordon and I really had no idea what we were getting into 14 years ago.
Bill and I, we were not businessmen. We were landscapers.
One of our consultants connected us with Traditional Bank. It's been a partnership ever since then.
To do our banking with hometown folks, it just makes sense.
Traditional Bank works as hard for my business as we work for our customers' business.
Torture of an elderly woman in a nursing home.
Her grandmother was being abused. Nationwide, about 1 in 3 homes have been cited for abuse.
Nursing home abuse happens daily, and our loved ones need protection. If you or someone you love has experienced nursing home abuse, call 800-800-4600. If your loved one has suffered from malnutrition, dehydration, broken bones, or bed sores, don't wait. Call Hughes and Coleman. Call 800-800-4600. You need to act now.
Looking to fall in love this Valentine's Day? Fall in love with summer at the Kentucky Sport Boat and Recreation Show. Shop the latest boats, RVs, and motorsports. Visit the Kentucky Sport Boat and Recreation Show, brought to you by Lee's Ford Marina.
Hey, welcome back in. Great to have you with us here on WKYT. Great shows that the whole family will love. Always a fun time if you get over to the EKU Center for the Arts.
We're happy to have Joel Alberts, EKU Center's Executive Director, here to talk about an exciting Glenn Campbell show. Welcome. Glad to have you in here.
It is just a delight to be here. And the show is Jimmy Webb, and it's really an evening with Glenn Campbell. And Jimmy Webb wrote all of Glenn Campbell's biggest hits. And this is an amazing story of a songwriter and a musician coming together. Jimmy was in his late teens when he paired up with this ultra-conservative cowboy. And Jimmy was this hippie who just had a million songs in his head. And he wrote all of the songs that we know best from Glenn Campbell's history. And they really developed an incredible friendship, an incredible musical bond. And so this is going to be an evening where he is going to sing all of these classic songs. And he's going to have some video. He's going to talk about this long collaborative relationship that he had with Glenn. I think it's going to be really special. I mean, when you think about all that Glenn has gone through, and again, the very poignant and noble way that he greeted his Alzheimer's diagnosis, took his music back out on the road, and really celebrated the music career that he has. Here is a great way to take it that next step further and be able to remember all of those really important hits. And what a cultural legend Glenn is.
And that music is just iconic. It was, you know, it was pop, and it was country, and it was on television and all of that. And today, played as oldies, you know, some of the great hits.
Absolutely, yeah. and it's absolutely timeless. And when you talk to musicians, if you ask them who the greatest songwriter of this last century was, many will just go immediately to Jimmy Webb. I mean, the list of songs that he has goes on and on. And I think it's going to be a really special night of music.
You sold me on it. It sounds
Yeah.
fabulous. Great music. I know you have other things going on too, though. What else is coming up?
We do. Well, a week from tomorrow, we're going to have an incredible group, Shaping Sound. This is an amazing modern dance company. Travis Wall, who a lot of people know from So You Think You Can Dance and from a lot of the other projects that he does. He's been a big advocate with First Lady Obama in her Getting Up and Moving campaign. And this is his dance company, and they are exciting. These are a lot of people who will be familiar to watching, those who watch the TV program. A lot of incredible young dancers, and it's a really special night of choreography, and I think people will really enjoy that as well.
Joel, if people want to know more about the shows or the tickets and so forth, how do they get in touch with you?
You can go to ekucenter.com. We have videos of all of the upcoming events there, and of course you can order your tickets online there 24/7. You can call our box office. We've got a lot of great things, ways to get in touch with us, but we'll be excited to have you there.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Well, are you looking for fun things to do for date night or with the family, but you don't want to spend a fortune?
Well, coming right up, we'll have some tips from the Frugal. You know they'll be good. Next on WKYT.
Hello everyone, Amber Canoy here from MomsEveryday.com. We're over at the Kentucky Blood Center with Martha, and we are talking about donating blood. So, if you've never donated blood before, any tips on what we should do beforehand?
Well, you know, would love for you to bring your photo ID. We need that. And then you can make sure that you've had a good meal within about 3 hours of donating. It's a good idea to stay well hydrated on the day of donation. But other than that, there's not a lot you'll have to do. We like you to stay with us for a little bit after donation. Most people can return to normal activities after donation, but you probably do want to stay away from really heavy exercise and strenuous lifting that you might have to do for later in that day. But just be prepared for feeling really good after you donate because you've saved a life.
All right, for more information, you all can go online to momseveryday.com.
Important message for women and men ages 50 to 85. Please write down this toll-free number now. Right now, in areas like yours, people are receiving this free information kit for guaranteed acceptance life insurance with a rate lock through the Colonial Penn program. If you are on a fixed income or concerned about rising prices, learn about affordable whole life insurance with a lifetime rate lock that guarantees your rate can never increase for any reason. If you did not receive your information or if you misplaced it, call this number now and we'll rush it to you. Your acceptance is guaranteed with no health questions. Please stand by to learn more.
I'm Alex Trebek, and the announcement you just heard is for a popular and affordable life insurance plan with a rate lock guarantee. That means your rate is locked in for life and can never increase. Did you get your free information kit in the mail? If not, please call this toll-free number now. In the last month alone, thousands have called about this plan with the rate lock guarantee through the Colonial Penn program. And here's why. This plan is affordable, with coverage options for just $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. Your rate is locked in and can never go up. And your acceptance is guaranteed. You cannot be turned down because of your health. See how much coverage you can get for just $9.95 a month. Call now for your free information kit. Don't wait. Call today.
Call 1-800-909-4488 for your free information and free gift. There's no obligation. That's 1-800-909-4488. Or visit us online at colonialpenn.com. That number again is 1-800-909-4488. Call now.
Have something that needs investigating? Email us or call the WKYT Investigates tip line.
Hey, welcome back in. WKYT's Noon News Hour continues. Looking for some entertainment options for your family that won't break the bank?
Debbie Morris, the Frugal, is here with some insight for us. Welcome. You always have great ideas.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here.
So we're interested in how do you reduce entertainment expenses?
Well, this beautiful box, we made this at Home Depot, and every month they have a class, and you make something, and if there's not a lot of people there, you get to take it home, and I got to take this one home after I made it. So, I mean, it was just a fun thing to do, and it was free, and I learned, you know, got to use power tools and stuff, and they have it every month, and Lowe's does it, and with the kids and everything like that. So
what a great
there
thing
is
to look
so
for.
many. I get a lot of people that say, you know, you go to the movies, you go here, and you've already, like, $100 is gone, you know, and it's a shame because you budgeted for your entertainment, and then there you go, you blow it on one night. But there is certain things around town that you can do, and I always say that I love that. Like, you can always tell if the next series of a movie's coming out, and this one, so, you know, Kung Fu Panda 3 is coming out. You buy Kung Fu Panda 2, you get a free ticket for Kung Fu Panda 3.
Wow,
so what
that's
a great, like, movie night at home, and then you get to go to the movies with a free ticket. So these things are out there all the time, and just like this, Star Wars, free ticket. So you buy so many of these things, you got a $5 cash to
You're
the
gonna
Star
buy
Wars.
them anyway,
Right,
so,
so
yeah.
you know, it's an added, you get some food, and you're going to buy the ticket anyway, so let's, you know, make the best, you know, bargain out of that thing.
And going to the movies can be expensive,
Oh, it can
so
be
that helps a
really
lot.
expensive. So there's a lot of things to do around Lexington that cost you hardly anything to do, and then you learn something new, and it's fun.
What else do you bring in?
And this is, I just want to tell you, I'm going to tell everybody to go to Kroger Crazy, and all this stuff here, I paid $1.25 for.
For all of that?
For all of that. Yeah,
And
$1.25.
Kroger Crazy?
Kroger Crazy. And they're going to tell you exactly how to do it. The one thing, I always talk to you about digital coupons. And last week, Kroger gave away a free thing every single day. So, you know, 3 of these things I got completely free. Every single day, you just loaded it on your card,
That's a lot.
and you got it free. So every day they gave away something.
And that's probably like $15, $20 worth of stuff.
Yep, and completely free. So, you know, it can happen. She directs you exactly how to do it. But like I said, you know, those digital coupons, that's a great thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Be sure and check them out.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks.
Always good to see you here.
Study up and prepare before
That's
you
right.
get out there. That's the deal.
It'll pay off.
All right, we're going to check in with Micah this afternoon. Still cold, but it won't be for many more days.
Yeah, we're going to go up and down the next several days. Today, around 32 degrees, give or take. Track off into the rest of the afternoon, mostly cloudy skies. Off into the evening, no problems if you have any plans going on. Then we head into tomorrow morning, right around 24 degrees. So we're talking about a chilly start for you guys heading out, going off back to work, and also the kids going off to the bus stop. Then we get into the afternoon, 38 degrees. I mean, that is a really, really good looking feel, a nice feel that is, as you go off into tomorrow. So it does go up for tomorrow, but then it comes crashing back down with another front Thursday night off into Friday morning. That'll give us that opportunity to see a few flakes. Don't expect anything out of it. It's just stuff flying through the sky. I don't expect any issues whatsoever. Then we head off into Saturday and Sunday. Big news with this. Big time temperature swinging. It's heading up. 52 there on Saturday, nearing 60 on Sunday, and there's no doubt about this. Boy, we're going to be right around 60 degrees Monday and Tuesday. Even some storms in the forecast, guys, to slide into next week.
All right.
Have to watch that groundhog next week. Think
Yeah,
about
we'll
that,
keep a close eye there.
Thank you for joining us for the noon news.
Have a great day.